gentleman who goes by Slade was saying when he wears his kilt, the hem falls to mid-knee in the front, as it should, as you'd expect it to. However, it rides up in much higher in the back. He thinks that his girlfriend says that she thinks it should be even all the way around, and he's seen many variations on where the hem should fall. But he's wondering what our thoughts are, and he points out that he is a big guy, he's a 15-inch waist, and he has a big bottom. So it sounds like he's having a body shape issue with the back of the kilt riding up.
Right.
So do we have advice for...
He's a big guy.
Yep.
He has a big butt.
Right.
So the kilt, the travel of the fabric, going from the small of the back out around the widest part of the rear end and down to the bottom, makes it higher in the back than it does in the front. There's not a lot you can do. Here's the problem. A kilt is, what is a kilt, Eric? Gridular.
It is gridular.
Gridular. So a kilt has a grid pattern on it. Therefore, you can't stretch the back to make it taller. You can't shrink the front to make it shorter. It is going to be what it's going to be. When you wrap a kilt around yourself, it's, if you have a, rear end that sticks out, the material has to actually travel further. Therefore, the bottom will be up a little bit higher in the back than it is in the front. There's not a lot you can do. I could, maybe if a kilt maker would say, okay, well, I'm going to make the back of the kilt at the top a little bit higher, but you're going to be seeing a weird pattern on the back then, or it's just not going to look right.
Yeah, you're thinking like a fishtail back?
Yeah, kind of like a fishtail back, but then you have to kind of cock it down.
Yeah, because I think that would end up was pulling the back down more, so then it would over-exaggerate what he's...
Yeah, or you could... Or if there was a hem, you could let the hem out less at the back and up more at the front. But no matter what, it's not going to look good. So I'd say err on the side of middle of the knee-ish. There's not a ton you can do with a grid pattern when there's different lengths front and back.
Would it be better to break with convention and actually make the kilt a little longer, so it may be dropping below the level of the knee in the front, but he does have more fabric to cover the back? So it's not riding up quite as high in the back then? Which would be the better looking?
It depends on how much of a difference there is. If there's like a 1 inch difference back to front, just don't worry about it. It's how you're built. Period. Yeah. It is what it is. If it's a 3-inch difference, that's rough.
Yeah.
So Mac, do you have any other thoughts
I think
on
you split the difference at that point.
Yeah.
If it's that far, if it's that much of a difference, like 3 inches, split the difference.
Stand with your back towards a wall for most of the time. No, there's not a lot you can do.
And so unfortunately, it's the nature of the garment.
Yeah.
It would work. A great kilt. Don't drape it over shoulder. You do the wrap where it just hangs down and back, and then you have the tail effect. The great kilt would actually solve that problem. Great kilt's not appropriate for formal wear.
It's true.
But it would. It could be an interesting option.
Indeed.
Yeah. Just saying.
Okay.